Should you remove certain skill checks for good roleplay? Good day, game masters, dungeon masters, and keepers of arcane lore, whatever it is that you call yourself. I'm not sure about in your community, but in mine, at least once a month, there's a conversation about whether or not we should remove certain dice rolls entirely for good roleplay. Now, this is a horrible idea, at least in my opinion, because your players love to roll the shiny magic math rocks. In fact, it is those shiny magic math rocks, those dice, that make what we're doing a game, because now there is a chance. So this idea of removing a roll entirely because somebody had really good roleplay is very counter to the aspect of the game. Now, that is not to say that we can't reward good roleplay. So here's how I do that. So using Call of Cthulhu as an example game. Let's say your players are trying to get some information out of one of the NPCs that they have encountered. Now, they either have to do a persuasion or a fast talk in order to get them to admit the information that they need to know. The first thing we need to do is we need to outline what is the information this NPC knows. Then we need to decide what are the you did really good sprinkles we can put on top. Then we make 4 different versions of that bit of information. The very basic version, the not so basic but still not detailed version, all the way up to the one with the sprinkles on it. And then you put that information behind each of the possible outcomes of the dice roll. That way, even if your investigators fail their persuasion or their fast talk check, they still learn enough information to continue on with the story. But if they roll an extreme success, then they get the most information that they possibly could, so all the sprinkles. Now, where the roleplay comes in and where we can reward them is when they declare what kind of action they want to do. Say they want to persuade this NPC to tell them this information. You ask them what it is that they say and how they say it. And if they have good roleplay with a compelling argument, you take that information that you have staggered behind each of those levels of success and you move it down 1. So now that the bit of information with all the sprinkles is now behind a hard success as opposed to an extreme success. And the next best one is now behind a regular success. Because they did make a good argument and that NPC is going to be more inclined to share more information. And doing it this way ensures that the game side of it stays intact, but also rewards the player and makes them feel that what they say and what they do in this world matters.